and let's go. Okay, today we're going to talk about friendship, and I wanted to invite one of my friends. I've known her for like more than 5 years now.
Yeah.
I met you in 2019. Your name is V.
Yes, I am.
And I wanted to talk about this theme in general because I see online that many people don't know what it's like to have great friends or like to connect with someone. And I invited my friend V because she's someone that I admire in that sense. Like she has a great personality, of course, but at the same time, she's the type of person who attracts people in a great way. She has a lot of charisma and she has a lot of friends who loves her. And in that sense, I wanted to have her opinion on what is friendship. So to start, you can make an introduction for yourself if you want.
Yes, well, hi everyone. I hope your podcasts or all your videos work very well, Nadia. But yeah, hi everyone. I'm V. I'm Vietnamese, born and raised in Paris. I'm currently living in Dublin, but I met Nadia in Barcelona. And then previously I was living several years in Asia. So yeah, that's for me. I'm working in Dublin. I have a husband and a son. So yeah, that's it.
That's it for you? That's great. I wanted to invite V because we have a very different way of thinking of friendship. Like our point of view is different. She's very extroverted. And on my side, I'm very introverted. So the way we meet people is different. And I wanted to have her opinion on that. So to start, I can ask you one question, which is, what does friendship means to you?
I mean, it's a good question. Friendship means a lot of things, but I think for me, mainly it just means trust and to be able to be yourself, like 100%. Of course, you have different type of friendships. You have like the friends that maybe you met at school, and then maybe they're still your friends. You have friends that you met maybe a few years ago, like us, but then you can still have very close and deep relationship with them. And then you have some friendships, or I don't know, for me, maybe say more just relationships in general that are like acquaintances, colleagues who kind of become friends, but maybe they are not your closest friends. So you share great moments with them, but it's not my type of friendships, I would say, long term.
Yeah, I think this is a good point that you're mentioning because you're very good at, let's say, categorizing different type of people among your friends. Like you maintain a great friendship for the one who really brings you something in your life and who you appreciate a lot.
But I don't know if I can say that, because it's not that I categorize my friends according to what they bring to me. It's more like I know that these people, for example, share my values, my lifestyle, not necessarily, but my values, the way they were raised, how they see life, how they are with other people, how they are with elders. So it's not really what they bring to me. I don't expect anything from them, because they're real friends. You don't have to expect. They just give it to you. Otherwise, they wouldn't be my friends.
But you expect an exchange in that relationship, like in the sense of they make you a better person.
Yes, they make me a better person. I hope I can give them something in return.
Yeah.
But it's just very natural for me. It's just friends, especially the friends who become family. It's like, you can just share everything with them like you would with your siblings or your cousin. For me, it's the same. It's that type of friendships that I'm interested in. Otherwise, usually it's just, it's like an acquaintance.
Yeah, but in your mind, like, how do you know someone is going to be a close friend? like in that sense?
I don't know. I think it's just a feeling. I know pretty fast with the aura of the people.
Okay.
Yeah, the way they are when we talk, for example, the way they are with other people if we're in a group. And if it's just like me, I think it's like when you listen to a song, there are some songs that instantly after 2 seconds, you know that you're gonna like the song or love the song. Some of them you need maybe to repeat on it, and then, you learn to like the song. And otherwise, some of them, it's like instant. You just know that it's not your type of song. You're not gonna like it, and then that's it.
Yeah.
You just never listen to it again.
For you, it's really the intuition. You get it
Yes,
right
exactly,
away.
exactly, yeah. And I have to say, my intuition never fails me, really. I think you know it, Nadia, but maybe for people or at no job opportunities, it just never fails me. For me, it's just when there is a doubt, there is no doubt, and I don't need to dig deeper. I just know it. I just feel it, and I really trust my intuition.
Yes, that's something very how do I say it? Like very interesting about V is that she's the person who really trusts her intuition, but to an extreme level for anything.
But Nadia, since you know me, was I ever wrong about situations? Since you know me, she tried to tell me that I would be wrong, that I don't know, the situation wouldn't go this way or that way, and then still it ends up with what I told her days before or months before. So then Nadia learned to just trust me and listen to me when I'm saying stuff for her own good.
That's so true. Like, I've known her for 5 years, and I never was right about something like important, like in the sense of I thought something was going a certain way, and then V is telling me, Nadia, no, what are you doing?
False. Yeah, it's not going that way.
And then I have to come back to her and tell her, like, okay, you were right since day one, the beginning. I learned my lesson, like the first 2 years of knowing V.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It was really something because I used to be very, very stubborn. I really wanted to be right all the time, especially for things I choose to have or do in my life. And then V comes and she's like, this is not working this way.
Yeah.
So yeah, one lesson that you could take from it is that you need to be more aligned with your intuition. Like in the sense with people, if you have like a gut feeling that tells you, okay, this person, there is something wrong about it, but there is no logical explanation that tells you, no, but they didn't say anything.
Yes, and again, for me, it's not that right away I am thinking that someone is bad, like, oh, it's a bad person, or the person doesn't fit because, I don't know, he or she is like this or like that, and I don't like this type of things. It's not really that when I'm just starting to know someone. It's just that you just know that sometimes some people are not going to be close friends because our center of interest are not the same. The lifestyle is different. We don't really share a lot of things that are similar on different topics. So you can enjoy and appreciate some time with them, but they're not going to be close friends, which is totally fine.
Yes, that's true. I want to talk about something like, because we talked a bit about the quality that matters to you as a friend. And V is the type of person who is like a pillar in many type of groups. Like when I met her other friends, we can be the opposite in personalities, but something is linking together, like, and it's V.
It happened a few
And
times.
so my question I wanted to ask you, like, what's something that comes back often as a quality, even if the personalities are different? Like, for example, let's say me and then another close friend that you have who is very different to me.
I think the main point, or at least something that I just see and that in some ways I need to have, is respect for sure. And I don't know, it's just the roots, like the way the person was raised. I think it's just very important, like the way the person is with his or her parents. Of course, I'm not talking about people who don't have relationship with their parents because they can't because of family history, or they chose not to because it was a toxic environment. But I'm just thinking about people who grew up in a good environment, but just the way they treat their parents, the siblings, the relationship they have with what they call their friends. So I think, I don't mind when someone is, for example, introverted, for example, like you, but then we have Julie that you also know, who is very extroverted like me. And she's one of my oldest friends, one of my best friends. For me, she's really like a sister. It's the same. At the end of the day, the common thing is just lots of respect, the way they treat other people. And then if you can count on them or not. And I think through life, through years, if you have challenges, fears, sometimes something happened and you really need help, there you see who gives you a hand or not. And Julie gave me hundreds of hands for 30 years. So it's 30 years because we met at 3. So.
Yeah. But I also see that it's because of the way you are. That
Maybe.
people are very inclined to they want to be close to you.
Yeah, somehow I don't know why though about that, but once I'm friend with someone, I'm always available. And if I can help, I will. Even if it's like a small action that I can take, I will help. I don't know. I have like a friend right now. He was trying to raise money for like an association to help kids in person. Like if I can help, I will just help. I will do whatever I can at my own little scale.
Yeah, I think people who want deep connection, they lack the sense of who are they, what do they offer to other people as well, like as a person.
Yeah, and it's important. I mean, it's great to laugh and, have dinner and have great times with your friends, but you also need to make sure that you are there if you feel like they have maybe a sort of like a difficult moment, if they go through challenges, like that they feel like you're always available to talk about good stuff and bad stuff. And usually it's very natural. If they can feel that you are available and always there for them, usually naturally they will talk to you.
They do it.
And it's not like waiting for you to ask, oh, are you okay? Because I felt like these days or lately you are maybe, I don't know, in a bad mood, or, oh, I feel like you don't want to hang out anymore. Or you cancel our last dinners. Usually, if a person feels very comfortable with you, they will talk by themselves.
Yeah.
Even if it's just in a very light way because they don't want to go deep. But, usually they would share with you if you are like asking, oh, how are you? And a lot of people just say, oh, how are you? Like, what's up? But it doesn't mean anything. It's like saying hi.
Yeah.
But when I say, how are you? It's like when my friends ask me, I really expect a real answer. And if you're not good, if you are mad, if you're stressed, if you're sad, usually they share.
Yeah. I think you're a great listener in that sense.
Yeah.
And also, I think one of the quality that attracts your close friends as well is that you're very direct.
Yes.
If you do bullshit, you're gonna hear it from me right away.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And I see among other people who have like maybe superficial friendships, there is this sense of, I cannot tell her that because maybe it would upset her.
Yeah.
Or like, maybe, who am I to say this when I have this situation in my life? Like, it's kind of, they don't want to say something negative because they fear the reaction of the other person. Whereas in your case, it's like, if it's for your own good, I'm going to tell you, even if you don't want to hear it.
Yes. Yeah. That's it. And this is what I also expect from my friends. This is what already happened sometimes in my life. And I am still super close friends with these people because they are like my best friends.
Yeah.
And I think it's very important. Otherwise, why are we here for? I mean, what do you do with these friends? Do you just eat lunch and then you have some great parties, or?
But for example, do you have advice for people who cannot do that? Like who feels like they're gonna hurt the other person, so
I mean,
they
there are
cannot.
ways to say things. Like being direct doesn't mean that you need to be rude, but
Yes.
especially if it's someone that you love,
Mhm.
it's not the point. But I think you should definitely say it if you believe it's for their own good, and then
Yeah.
if it's for their own good, it means that you also have the arguments, you have the whys. Because of course, if it's just to drop something random and then it can hurt the person, no one wants that, and actually it would be very mean. But no, if it's for their own good or the person to be better or improve, like I don't know, a weakness, and it can be mental, it can be in the character, it can be physically speaking.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have to be able to say it. And if the person cannot hear it, it means that in some ways there is a real lack of maturity. I think.
Yes. I think from being
at our age, at least.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I'm 28, and how old are you?
I'm 33.
Exactly.
I was always like this, but I think starting 26, already 25, 26, you need to be able to hear some feedback or like some comments that the people who love you
Mm-hmm.
give you. Otherwise,
Yeah,
you cannot really improve either.
Yeah, especially, for example, the first 2 years of meeting you, I was really shocked by how you were.
Yes,
like, I was a very introverted person, reserved.
Yeah.
And also I was very bad at social situations.
Yeah, more because you really, really, really didn't talk. It was more maybe like being frozen, I would say.
That's so true.
Yeah. In a group or one-to-ones, or for example, not being able to call a restaurant to book a table, even though you don't see the person.
Yes.
So this is really like just something that gave you anxiety about communicating with someone, but it's not about communicating in person. It's like even taking the phone was already for you like an effort, which was new to me.
Yes, especially like the fact of starting a conversation.
Yes, exactly.
It was very difficult for me to do that, and in group settings, it was way worse.
Yeah, I think you didn't even really join you told me any group dinners.
No,
Yeah.
honestly, I didn't do it for a long time.
I mean, you didn't even go to restaurants.
No,
in Barcelona.
I was very anxious to go to restaurants as well.
It was that you improved a lot. I mean, now it's a full change, now it's great. Like, a few years later, but see, this is where you can get if you make some efforts, even for yourself, because then now you can enjoy dinners, you can enjoy to be in a group. You're actually, I mean, people even think that she's social. So that's, if that's not a big win, I don't know what it is.
That's a big win, actually.
It's a big win, I think, because before you were not feeling so good, so great. And now when you meet people, you're even the one helping people.
Yeah.
You just feel very comfortable with people. People trust you. Like they feel like you are open enough to come. You have a warmth. So this is all I just wanted to unlock, let's say.
Oh, for sure. I think the push from me to change in that side was from you. Because the way I saw you like interact with other people, it seems so easy.
Yeah.
Like the way you talk to other people, like you have a very solar energy, a sunny person.
That's my nickname, as you know.
That's so true. And it's very easy for her to talk to anyone, and people feel like they want to be friends with me right away.
Yes.
So then it comes to my other question, which is a big one.
Yeah.
Because we have a very different mentality.
Change the phone because it's quite fun.
Yes. We have a different mentality about that.
Yeah.
As we talked until now, I'm very introverted. And on the other side, V is very extroverted. And we have a different ways of meeting other people.
Yeah.
And my question is like, how do you meet friends? How do you create relationships?
I think so far it was always in person, so I'm really not into meeting people online. Somehow, I just don't. This is not my thing. I think it can work. Like, you have the proof of it. You have some great friendships, but for me, it wouldn't work because I'm not the type of person who's gonna randomly go, for example, on Thread
Yeah.
and then start to write some threads, write about my life,
Mm-hmm.
or post something about my mood, for example.
Yes.
And then for sure, maybe people would answer, people that I don't know. I'm sure these people can be nice people. Sorry, I think there is a helicopter or someone trying to save another person. No, because before there was like a medical
Okay.
helicopter, like emergency
Yeah.
stuff. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, so this is not my thing. So the way I always met people was just, in person. It's like
Mhm.
classmates, colleagues, sometimes friends of some good friends of mine. We just meet for a dinner and then,
She connects.
somehow we connect in a very good way. And then we meet again and then we start to exchange numbers. And then step by step, we sometimes meet only both of us without our common friends.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes it happened like that. But usually this is just how it started off. For example, I'm doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So then some of my good friends are also from there because it's a moment to practice Jiu-Jitsu. And then of course, because of the way the sport is, which is very close contact. I mean, after 1-2 rolls, you feel already
It's
much more
easier.
connected to someone. Even though you try to, choke each other and, like armbar each other, somehow just because of physically speaking, you are so close, you're like glued together for like 6 minutes, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the roll, you just handshake. Oh yeah, such a nice roll. Thank you. Where are you from? Blah, blah, blah. And then you just connect in an even faster way.
Yes.
But I wouldn't be the type of person, I think it can happen to me, but I wouldn't be the type of person who just goes online and then somehow meets someone and then we would meet in real. And then,
Mhm.
it's the same with dating app. I've never been in a dating app because
Yeah.
I don't know what I would do, what I would say. It's not my environment, I would say.
Yeah, her strength is really in real life. The way she makes friends is really around
Yeah, but
the
I don't want to be friends with
circumstances.
everyone. That's the thing.
Too bad you're too popular.
No. I don't think I'm too popular. I think it's just, maybe it's the fact that I'm very, most of the days really, even at work or even if I have some hard days, I'm just very positive and I'm a very solar person.
Yes.
But that's the thing. I think a lot of people think that when you smile
Mhm.
naturally or you're like, oh yeah, hi, how are you? And they just think that you're friends. But for me, this is not, and no disrespect. It's just that I don't consider you my friend if we're just saying hi at work.
Yes.
But for some people, they're very fast on these terms, the words that they use. I don't know. For me, the words that we use are very important.
Also, I think one thing about you is that, as you said, the importance here is that you choose your friends. And many people just let it happen and let people enter their life without really having a second thought. Whereas for you, it's just like, if you like someone and appreciate them, you will make it happen.
Yeah. And again, it comes back to, I can only like them and be very close to them
Mm-hmm.
if we are similar on a foundation, on a certain foundation. I mean, it can seem very strange to some people, but for me, this is really how I feel. It's like if we don't have really the same values, the same values, the same principles, cannot work. Like the lifestyle, it is something different.
Yes.
Or like the personality, someone can be introverted, I'm extroverted, or someone really loves to chill at home and I don't know, do some stuff. And I am really into doing jiu-jitsu. I like to be active. I I'm quite disciplined in the thing, so I like to do this type of things. No problem. But for us to match and be really and have a real friendship, and to be aligned somewhere. And for me, it starts here. You know, I cannot just be real friends with
I think
some random people. You know,
you need clarity about what you want in the friendship. V doesn't have a lot of drama in her life in the sense of
never. I mean, not in that sense, no.
No, she never has something bad happening to her in the sense of people making drama around her. Because of that, she has a lot of clarity.
And I think I'm very clear. I mean, some people, you know, who take advantage sometimes of its kind people. You know, I'm nice, but I wouldn't say that I'm so kind. No, I think Nadja is much kinder than me in that way. For me, it's just full stop, you know. Also, if someone does or say something very disrespectful, I am not a person who gives second chances, especially if we recently met or that is not a close friends. Of course, it has nothing to do with close friends or again, friends who are like family. I think these people who are very close to you, you talk to them like you would talk to a sibling. So, and they would talk to me like I'm a sibling. So it's like, if there is something wrong, we just talk about it and that's it. And sometimes it's like, maybe you can fight a bit or you can disagree, but there is a lot of love. But if I don't really know you or we just met or we met even several months ago, I have no problem turning off the thing. It's just inside, you know, it's like I tap a button and then you just don't exist anymore.
I always joke that the plug disappears afterwards.
Well, that's not just saying that, but I don't know, for this type of people, I really don't feel any feelings.
Yeah, one thing
which I'm not saying that it's good because
I mean it avoids a lot of problems.
Yeah, but still, I mean, I think people who are not like me, then maybe they feel a bit like, oh wow, you know, I would have never thought that.
Yeah, it can be shocking for people receiving
exactly because maybe some people, you know, they don't really treat you so well.
Yeah.
Or maybe not to the standards that you want to be treated because you keep the same. And then they think that it will still be okay because this is what they're used to do.
Yeah.
Or they don't treat people so well and then the other ones don't dare to really say anything. So it's like some type of very weird relationship.
Yes.
But I am really not like that. So it's just, when it doesn't fit me, then it's just, okay, it's okay. You know, like we did a path together. We maybe could kind of talk.
But this is one of your strengths as well. The fact of letting go so easily if it doesn't work.
Of course. I mean, you have to let go. You know, you're not here to suffer. I mean, I'm just, you know, I already have my group of close friends. I have my family. I'm healthy. For me, that's the most important thing. Then the rest, it's a bonus. And when it's not a bonus in a positive way, then it's a minus. And so if it's a minus, I just don't want it. It's like negative people in my life. I just, I don't have. Right now, no, I don't have negative people for the last 10 years. Like everything changed once I really passed 25, 26 years old because already since 23, I left my environment. I mean, I left my life in Paris. So yeah, and I still love to go there. I have my family there, some very good friends there. But then I think it also changed your mentality because it opens up a full new world at 23. You grow up with it. You encounter some people who are like you, who decided to live abroad, for example, and then you encounter the same challenges about life, how it's hard to be far from the family.
Yes.
Because I'm close to my family. Maybe for some people it's easier. I'm very close to my family, so that's different. But then you create your own family kind of with your friends also abroad. So yeah, but no, I mean, for me, a normal friendship, like even just normal, I'm not talking about, the best friendships, best friends. I'm just talking about a nice friendship. It's like any relationship. It should be natural. You shouldn't force it. You should even know by yourself inside that the person is there if you need them. You just feel very comfortable. It's like dating someone or being in a relationship with someone. It shouldn't be complicated. If it's complicated, it already means that it's not meant to be. That you shouldn't be with the person. If
That's
you have
true.
to fight for him or her, fight for the time, create times and always be the one who makes plans, that's it. No, it's a no.
Yeah, I think especially at the beginning of a friendship, you need to be aware of, is it easy for both sides?
Yeah. Get out of order.
Yes. Is it easy to have plans, and are you both proactive to meet each other? Like, how do you maintain the friendship? Like, is it natural or not? And if it feels like a chore, you should just let go of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's very easy. I think we make it very complicated sometimes.
Yes.
But I think it's very easy. Pretty straightforward. But I can understand that it can be quite difficult for some people who maybe work on it or they don't have this personality. I can understand it because sometimes you also have then to accept that some people don't like you for that as well, you know. If you're too direct.
Yes.
Some people, and again, it's being direct, not being rude. Some people just, they're not ready for that. So they feel like, it's not fair, or it's not this, it's not that. But it's just at a certain point for me, it's like, what doesn't fit you?
Okay, so we got cut, but we were talking about different personalities, and that I think on my side, it's important to follow the type of person you are to make friends based on what you like. Because at the end of the day, for example, V is the type of person who prefers friendship that you make naturally when you meet around an activity or just at work, for example. So she's not at all in social media. She doesn't like messaging a lot, except when it's her family.
Instagram for my food.
Exactly. Yes, I will put it in the description. She cooks amazing. But for example, in my case, I love connecting with people online.
Yeah.
And I'm not a lot into going in events, only since last year, maybe.
Yeah.
But I've never been a person who is great at interacting with people in real life before. Like, for me, it's more simpler to meet online and then meet afterwards in one-to-one. But for example, on the other side, V thrives in group setting as well. She's great at both. So I think it's important for you to have clarity on what kind of friendship you want, but also follow your personality and not copy other people because they're this way and it's easy for them.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to ask you something, because online and even like on the trends we see on social media, there are more and more people who have no friends.
What?
There are more and more people who have no friends, and they say it online, like they're basically desperate about it because they feel like they don't have connection with someone else, they don't have close friends. And I wanted to have your opinion on it, or like, what can you recommend for them?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a pro, but why don't, I mean, were they bullied, or it's just that they had friends and they don't have friends anymore?
I think
do they explain, or?
There are many situations, but from what I see, it's more about, I don't have a deeper friendship. I don't know how to connect to someone else in that sense.
I don't know, but do you think it's because nowadays maybe people prefer to connect online? So then in some ways you can of course find some people who will become your friends that you will meet in real life through years and everything. And so it's maybe more rare. Or do you think it's just that maybe they don't connect on a deeper level because they are mostly online? So then it also shuts down in some ways the social part of you, which is to go outside, interact, even interact at the bar if you're having a drink, or go to some meetups, which are very well known, even as an expat or as a local, but that you can meet other people. And then maybe there, it forces you in some ways to be out of your comfort zone. not for too long, but I mean, even just for a drink at a meetup, you can maybe exchange with some people.
I believe it's both.
And be able to also practice how you would introduce yourself. Who are you, you know?
Yes.
What do you want to convey? What are your hobbies, or what are your passions? And then maybe you will be surprised to know that, okay, at that event or in that group of people, some people love it.
Yeah, sure.
Bye. Bye, Nat.
I believe it's both. Many people are chronically online.
Can I have my jacket, please? Because I don't want this to change the...
And many people are online a lot and they just forget how it's like to be in real life and how to connect to other people.
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm saying. They're more connected online or with the word online with the people there than in real life.
Yes.
Which maybe, again, it's easier for them and they feel much more comfortable in it, which is great, because if they suffer already to not feel like they don't have friends, maybe they also first start to realize why, and then they can try to go step by step to meet, or at least maybe talk a bit more to some classmates, colleagues, people at the meetups, you know?
Yeah, I think also it's a part of not trying to start deep conversation or like to get close and maintain the friendship, because it's super easy to meet people.
Yeah.
Like online or in real life. Like I live in Barcelona.
Yeah.
There are events all the time, but I hear from many people that they don't have friends. And I'm like, but what are you doing to not have friends? And then I see them and I'm just thinking, but you don't have clarity about what kind of friends do you want to be, but also do you want to have? And at the same time, you're not being proactive to meet friends.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's like you have to help yourself as well, you know? This is like in anything. Friendships or not, it's like in anything in life. If you want something to change, you need to also make sure that you do your part in some ways. It's like not like in your job, but then you just stay there. Do you apply to other jobs?
Yes.
It's the same, you know? So yeah, my only recommendation is just, you know, okay, why do you feel like this? Do you think it's because maybe you spend too much time talking to these people online, and then once you don't talk to them, you feel lonely because you like this type of interactions? Or maybe sometimes not talking to them, you realize in your surroundings or other people that you know in your life that they have deeper friendships than you. I don't know. I mean, I feel a bit bad for them if you tell me that it's a lot of people.
Yes, honestly, it's huge.
Yeah, I didn't know that it was that big, but
yeah, just when you write on YouTube, I don't have friends, it's like a ton of videos of people explaining that situation, that they feel alone and they don't have friends. And at the same time, there are more and more studies on it saying that they were asking how many close relationships do you have in your life, and many of them were saying 0. So it's really wild in that sense. I think with the arrival of technology, it made us ironically more individualistic in that sense. So you're just behind the screen and don't connect as much with people. And then
or you connect, but then it's online.
Exactly. But they don't try to meet in real life. Like they don't make the effort.
Yeah.
Then it becomes uncomfortable and they don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
You know? So I think in that sense. And I would like to finish this conversation talking about the lessons that you got from different friends in your life, like from experience. So what's the biggest, like the big lessons you learned from being a friend, for example, with someone completely different from you?
You can always learn from them. There are a lot of things that they can give you and that you can apply to your own life or character just to get better or to improve qualities or weaknesses that you had. For example, patience or the way you deliver a message. Just another point of view. So that's always interesting for any topic, friendships or any other topic.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and I would definitely say that again, my intuition never fails me. I am really always with the same friends.
That's so
which
true.
I have from either really, really childhood. We're talking about before 5 years old,
Mm-hmm.
around 5, 6 years old, they're the same. And somehow it's very funny because for a few of them, we never decided this together at that age. But you can see that growing up, we were kind of like always on the same path, but on very different jobs. But at the end, they also lived abroad. And
Yes.
some they also lived in Asia. At a certain point, they came back, or some of them are still living abroad like me. Some of them came back after a few years to open their own business or stuff like this. Or to just, work for a company that they really admire and respect. And the people that I met later on, I think that it's very easy because again, the more I got older and then the more the filter was very fast.
Yeah.
Again,
that's
it was
true.
like, okay, I feel pretty good about this person. I know that we're gonna get along well, and it just leads to like a great friendship. But for some of them, it was like, okay, I really don't think so. And the person is maybe trying to meet with me or try to be a friend or faking being a friend.
Yeah.
But you can also see, this is not, you can feel it when it's not genuine.
Like, what's your experience of having long-term friendship? Like, what's different? What do you do to make it like longer? Because many people just cut it off and it lasts maybe 1 year, 2 years, and then they lost contact and that's it.
Yeah, but it's strange. Then it means that the person is not really a real friend. For me, I don't do anything more than I do in any other relationship with very good friends as well. But I don't do anything different. It's just, again, it should just be natural. I mean, people wouldn't cut off the relationship suddenly. Or even if you live far away. I have many of my friends that are still in Paris. Even when I was living in Taiwan, they were still asking you. Some of them came to visit me. We would FaceTime. It never changed anything. If I would go back to Paris, then I would meet them. And then I would go back to Taiwan. So it doesn't change anything. And even nowadays, it's exactly the same. I'm going, for example, next month to Paris. I will meet them. Like nothing changed since I left, and now it's been more than 10 years. So it's exactly the same. And these people, I knew them for some of them, since I'm 3, 4, 5 years old.
Yeah.
So I don't do anything different. I think if people really love you and if you love them and it's just very clear and we don't need to say it every day, we don't need to text every day, you just know they're just part of your life, then they will never just cut off the relationship they have with you out of nowhere. It doesn't exist. And if some people experience that, it means that they're not really real friends. So actually that's good for you if that happens.
That's true.
So yeah.
I think we can end on the perfect quote that you said.
Thank you, Nadia.
So that was a great conversation on friendship. I hope you like it. And I will definitely invite V again for different subjects. So
okay.
You have no choice.
I will be ready.
Bye.
Bye.